still 22. Friday, March 2024, I cut my hair. So we will have a few words here. Seems that we had an event on Europe, which is the part of Europe considered the ugly duck, but still a duck. And this is pushing my personal conviction and theory that the Russia is part of the Europe. It's kind of Eastern Europe, and this probably will be a concern with the Mediterranean area as the Ibero players, the center, and the Western Europe crossing the seas until USA. And with, walk down, we will have the South America and Central Americas. And if you cross the sea one more time, we will be on Africa. And then walk a bit more, we will be passing through the Asia. And then we look back to the Russia. We had a circle, and this circle, of course, that has a special concern, the stability. Things made and things that are ongoing since, legal. And for sure, the Terror Act, if confirmed as a real evil and pure with no fake records, no hoax, will shake this circle, which is the global security. We had, for sure, by this crude analysis, in the way I always do my thing, one element out of the circle. But since all things are reliable and without the fake records, or the entire circle will be troubled as the mistake, and the element will be kind of considered the problem in a very first impression, even as self-confidence, with the reason kind of scapegoat things against the element, the entire circle. It's a possibility because we have the pandemic crime involving kind of 197 nations plus 3 projections that walk into all this, like immigrant flow, transnational organized crime, and regulations as committee all around, like FIFA or whatever, or Olympics, that has, and constitutional committees, financial committees that has the influence abroad, the limits of jurisdiction. In my opinion, if things got confirmed and demonstrated, the Russia shouldn't be alone and will be only if you want to. For instance, you can have probably a dialogue with the NATO, especially if you have another problem as a struggle, because the strength you have is something relevant for the entire Europe, and part of this for sure you are. The history is kind of clear. But even the most powerful animal in the globe, or at the animal circle, with too much struggles or hurting will be faded some way. And you, as Russia, have a decision at my point of view, and in the same way the entire Europe, which is accept the ugly duck as a duck and be strict and straight about the event and the records related with. Is it the real situation? First question. The situation is for sure an object claimed as self-confidence, self-confession, I would say, of this terror group? Or do we have any kind of pressure against them to push the situation or advantage like morally, they did this as pre-conscious and morally, convicted about their own reasons, because the terror act must have some elements like this, involving the self-determination of the action to spread the terror and claim the reasons they had, if they had or had. But as I told once, in my opinion, the terror has a problem, on which are the ways they use to claim their or express their feelings and reasons. The diplomatic way is much more sure to get your point. Now we have the automatic lights off, but the situation is like this. The element number one in my crude point of view is it Russia an ugly duck? And as an ugly duck, is it Russia is still a duck like the entire Europe? First question. Second question, if we look the security global defense and security belt from Russia passing through Europe, North America, South and Central America, Africa, Asia, and back to Russia, do we have 100% security data to put the fingers and point, confirm that the self-confession or self-incrimination of this group is something by free consciousness, free will, without any kind of moral constriction or financial advantage to assume this? Second thing, this kind of dialogue must be made through using the NATO, in my opinion, and having open doors with the international police and institutional dialogue with the International Criminal Court. Then we will have the last question. If do we have the risk as the entire security belt linked by some way through the pandemic mobilization of crimes, is it the terror group really the cause of the problem? This question is all on you. As I told, I do administration of risk. You create the problems. I do the analysis and offer kind of a scenario, solution or model. But now you must have those questions. That is something a bit complicated, considering the security and defense globally talking as a bell or a circle, with events as pandemic mobilization of crime flowing in some way or some level at this circle. So no one can put at this moment the finger against the terror group, because we don't have quite clear if they did this by free consciousness and free will or under some kind of pressure, advantage or whatever. Right? Talking clear. Have a nice night.